So it livens things up a bit.
Yeah, it's certainly possible, but it's also possible that one of the 7 crystals is locked behind Ganon's tower, and because we're not going to GT, like it's
right.
nobody's really going.
Yeah, it all depends on, I guess, what the 7 crystals are. So if it's like Meyer is a crystal, and that means we could possibly find the flute right in GT.
Right.
It is an open, so we are get to choose where we start, and most of our runners are choosing. Oh,
palette shuffle. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. I think somebody messed up there.
It's winter here in Hyrule for Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna.
All right, threw me off a bit. So what we got? Thor is immediately going to South Shore, which is something that I don't think I've ever seen anybody do immediately without any equipment. Uncle giving us a heart piece.
Yeah, this is a very weird play from Taurus. Like going to South Shore before Kakariko is not uncommon, but it's uncommon to go here immediately when you don't even have any bombs.
Right.
So like from here, like he's gonna go right to Mini Moldorm Cave, which requires bomb, or left to Gina's Cave, which requires bomb. He's gonna get bailed out here
because he's got bombs in the book. So I guess he could head over towards desert. We saw the flippers over next to Uncle.
Everything's gonna work out okay for Thoris, but it was a very unusual play.
All right, so we've had a lumberjack check. I didn't miss that. We've had a lot going on in the first minute and a half of the game. I think Thoris really threw me off there. We've got Jim.
Mr. Scruff too.
Yeah, Mr. Scruff really threw me off. We're working on that. So we're looking at the desert ledge, just a heart piece. Man, 145 Agina's cave is super strange. It's just something I've never really seen. Just going for it. I like it. Crabs have bombs. That's nice.
Very nice.
We got our first sword in the Lost Woods drop down, which is also nice to have.
There's nothing like inherently wrong with going to Agina's cave really early.
No,
like, it's mostly like a meta play. And when we're talking about like Agina's cave versus Ice Rock Cave, they're basically the same thing. And everybody always does Ice Rock Cave, right? But like not everybody always does Agina's cave.
Right. Not really paying off though. We see, I think it was a bottle on Lumberjack, so we can call that. We got some money down in the blind set for Gem, so that's pretty good.
Thoris is really going ham on this play he's making though, going all the way over to desert.
Like it. You make the decision and then you go for it. So you know, those are the plays that you make in rando, right? Like if you are wish-washy about it, then you're not going to really benefit at all. So
yeah, early book, you know, it's not uncommon to have progression in Desert Palace. It's often though that it's like book and gloves, book and book and boots.
Yeah, desert is a crystal. Looks like our 5-6 crystals are Eastern and Desert, and hair is a crystal as well.
And there's our hammer in Kakariko. And that's a small key on the Torch in Desert. So Thoris does have the big key, but the boss will be logically locked behind the boots.
Right. And both of the items will be locked behind the boots as well. Yeah. So a bit of a time sink. It's unfortunate. Again, you make the gambles.
I'm surprised he didn't go farther and steal the key.
Yeah, I would have probably sold the key as well.
Like, I feel like you're already all in at that point. Chloe, unfortunately, I don't think checked the bush crab having to do this bomb shack here. A little bit of a time loss. Not a big deal.
Yeah, not too bad. Was able to get some bombs, so. All right, so Kakariko has for us a hammer, I believe. That's all we saw in the Kakariko checks, is we've got Gem and Goomba on a little bit of a sync.
Apparently, we saw flippers somewhere. I assume.
Yeah, flippers were next
the
to
race
Uncle.
game?
Next to Uncle.
Oh, okay.
So, with the play that Thoris made, hoping to find flute, bottle, boots, something that would give him a little bit of an edge. But now it's just going to put him just a little bit behind because, those aren't checks that you're normally going to make. I don't know. Like, I know I see more runners make the Agena play lately, but it's still one of those. Do you wait until you're like desert's required or you're in desert or have the flute to make that check? I guess it all depends,
Yeah,
right? Like,
I mean, like I don't think that Agena itself was wrong. I do think going to the dam immediately with no bombs in hand was wrong. But he got bailed out, so like it didn't end up mattering. And with the early book, we might see some other players also going over to desert without the boots and getting punished just as much as Thoris did.
Sure.
I know a lot of people, myself included, are very averse to heading to Eastern Palace without the bow. But going to desert with just the book doesn't seem as bad.
Yeah, I just find that book is bait so often. An early book just baits you into desert.
Yeah, it's a terrible item to find early.
Right, it's like there's certain items that you get that lead you somewhere. Like if you get, lamp, hammer, mirror, you're more than likely going to want to go to Hera, right? Like it's just those combination of items will get you there. Or, Death Mountain. And glove as well, or flute. But like the book can be so misleading. All right, so we're getting our first look at Mini Moldorm Cave. We got an armor upgrade. We got our Master Sword.
Maybe that book's just for Ether Tablet then.
Yeah, maybe. And then we've got a single rupee.
Or it could just be absolutely nothing because
it could
rando.
Be. Exactly. It could be just garbage. We'll see. It'd be real interesting to find out what our crystals are in the Dark World. I'm hoping for like some variety. Like, I hope TR Meyer and Swamp are all pendants. That's my hope.
It's always the hope. So nobody did like the early Sahasrahla play. So I feel like it's less likely that we're going to see anybody head over to the desert really early.
Yeah.
Because like Eastern by itself is a lot less appealing than Eastern and Sahasrahla.
Right. And Goomba with flippers not making the water checks. Let's see if any of the other runners that have flippers makes those checks.
Well, if your goal was to just go to Hobo, it's faster to save and quit. Since I think it's faster. It's
Maybe
definitely faster with the boots.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't have flippers because he's going over to Uncle now. Yeah, I think that's just a mismark,
Yeah,
maybe from our previous runner. So that makes sense.
I don't know. Is it faster to save and quit from My Sword Cave if you're just doing Hobo? I know it definitely is if you have the boots.
I'm not
It's
sure.
probably like really close.
I'd probably just watch one of your videos to figure that one out.
I don't think I have a video for that.
Well, add it to the queue.
Get on it.
Let's see. We've got any other checks coming up? We've got Goomba's going to go into the castle. It just makes the most sense now. You got a weapon to make it all the way through.
Yeah, it's really appealing to go into the castle for him now. It's doing the uncle so late.
And imagine Gem's going to be right behind him there.
So Chloe's walking out of Ice Rod Cave, so we will be doing some flipper checks here.
Yep, this makes sense. Hoping for another like 300 drop or some cash soon. You hate to isolate Zora there.
Yeah, I'd probably do Hobo here, but if I don't have enough rupees, I'm not continuing. I'll just save and quit, go somewhere else. I hate orphaning Zora. It feels so bad. He's not checking the island though, so maybe he already plans on coming back.
Yeah, I think he'll probably make all of the checks. All right, so coming up on the boomerang chest for Goomba. Castle not really paying out. Hobo giving us $50,
Not
less than
enough.
100 rupees away. That's the worst feeling, right? Like just short.
If I was at like 490 something, I might be tempted to start killing Zoras.
Yeah.
But on 400, I'm not even gonna bother trying. Although with like the prize pack change, it's a lot different when you're looking for rupees to kill one thing and know immediately if it's gonna be worth killing
Right.
more.
All right, Zelda sells a bow. That's pretty good.
Definitely not doing Eastern now. Or not Eastern. Desert. Not doing desert. Yeah.
I would
Definitely
actually
doing
do Eastern, yeah. And there's our lamp. So and Moon
Moon.
Pearl. Okay, so here's a question. Well, I guess it's not that much of a question. It seems okay. So you've got Aga access now, right? With the Master Sword and the lamp.
Right.
That bow, would take you to Eastern because it's full clearable. But do you do Eastern first or do you do Aga first?
With the hammer in hand, I think I do Eastern first. If I didn't have the hammer or the glove, yeah, I just go do Agak real quick and go into pod. There's definitely something in pod at that point. But with the hammer, we're only one item away from regular Darkhold access.
I know,
and it would feel so bad if that was
this is
Eastern.
totally going to be an Aga seed, right?
Yeah, it's like 80% likely at this point.
I mean, there's no harm in doing Eastern first because you can full clear it.
Yeah, and it's not like you have to mirror anything to make like the trip better coming from pod.
And we got Ether, 20 rupees, and a heart piece in Sasha's closet.
So Thoris actually took the Death Warp there with the intent to go up to Dark Cross.
Right,
I don't think we've seen the small key or the map, so
no.
it's a little bit of a gamble here.
Thoris in a gambling mood today.
Yeah. Gotta make the plays.
All right, so 2 of our 3 runners in Eastern Palace now. Gem dipping, getting our first item, which was Cane of Burna. And Goomba entering Eastern now as well.
I missed what Thoris got in Dark Cross, but he saved and quit, so it wasn't a small key.
If it didn't show, then it's probably the map.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be something like a glove.
It could be a glove.
Which would be funny if he didn't check his...
Wait, did neither glove show up, or is it just the Titansmiths?
I don't think either. I'm not sure.
Maybe it's the Tempered Sword. Okay, it wasn't the Tempered Sword.
It was probably the map. All right. Didn't see what the second item was.
Green Pendant
Eastern,
TR. Thank you, Sahasrara.
Nice. All right, so compass was the second item. We got our big key there. I believe that's... Is that the compass chest? I can't remember.
I have no idea, dude. Not a clue.
I've been playing spoiler log, so I'm been trying to figure out all the vanilla items. Okay, so it is Aga. There's a cape. This is you got all your Aga pieces right here, unless Armistice has a glove.
This happens way too often, where I have both Master Sword and Cape in an Aga seed.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe it was like the old bug we had with the Master Sword not being in logic, but like I would generate like a bunch of seeds in a row and see like if I could find one where that couldn't happen, and like it's not a bug, it's just really common.
Yeah. So all 4 of our runners now in Eastern Palace. All went in different directions and all end up in the exact same spot.
Dark
All
Cross
right.
was a bottle, apparently.
We've got, I believe that was the Ice Rod.
Tracker marked Fire Rod, so I don't know.
It was a rod of some sort.
I didn't know you were a Packers fan.
Get out of
Get
here.
it? You get it?
Yeah, I got it. I just don't know if I like it.
I always like Brett Favre, personally.
No, Seahawks fan, so get out of here with all that stuff.
Wow, dude, 49ers fan. We can't be friends anymore.
Sorry, I gotta leave now. Okay, so it was the Fire Rod. Our tracker was correct.
Jem going to the rupee room, making sure he's got 5 rupees. I think
I
we're gonna
like
see
that.
some. Yeah, we'll see
Yeah.
some flipper checks before we do Zora or
Yeah.
I mean.
Makes a lot of sense. Dude, Chloe went to Eastern without the bow. That is really unfortunate.
Yeah, that hurts.
And Goomba following suit, getting his 500 rupees, going to be making that Zora check as well. You know, the worst is when the seed gives you logical access to Aga and then you don't actually have to do Aga.
Yeah, it can be pretty frustrating, especially like if that last piece you were missing is like super out of the way.
Right.
And
So, like, say
maybe
gloves
somebody-
are on Zora, right? Like,
Right, yeah.
unlikely, but could happen. Jim setting up the quick kill, but missing.
Yeah, kind of an uncharacteristic mistake from Jem. You don't
Yeah.
expect him to see him mess up something like that.
Yeah, Goomba setting it up as well. I imagine he'll be able to finish it up, though.
Surprised Jem didn't forfeit. He lost like a good 5 seconds there.
Yeah.
Like, how do you come back from that, man?
All right, so Jem going to be doing water checks. I imagine Goomba following suit. But really interested to see where Thoris heads next. I don't think he did Mini Moldworm Cave because, again, he did the dam so early. And Chloe, again, without that bow, is in a real unfortunate
There's
spot.
your ice.
And the ice rod. All right.
Opinion TR, anybody?
Right.
You know, it's possible that Chloe not having the bow in Eastern's not going to be a big deal. Like, you don't necessarily
Right.
have to do Eastern because it's only 6 crystals, right?
That's true. All right, so Goomba picking up his Moon Pearl. And we're going to find out what Zora has, and I believe that's it as far as logical checks go.
Interesting, Goomba noped out of the hobo check.
Yeah, Goomba likes to make lots of skips for items that are sort of out of the way.
Spiral
And-
cave, bite cave, cat.
Right. And for some reason, it just doesn't bite him. Like it
Right?
does
What
every
is
other-
that? How do you do that?
I don't know. All right, so there's our blue boomerang. So we've got both boomerangs. That means Aga is required for Dark World access.
Oh, there's one more check we haven't seen.
What check was that?
Sick Kid. The bottom
Oh,
of the cross.
that's right. Yeah.
It's probably not Sick Kid. It's probably
Yeah, but you're not
Right.
going out of your way to check Sick Kid to hope you get a glove. You're doing Aga at this
Well, I
point now.
I don't think Goomba and Jem are even going to get that bottle. They're just going to go do Aga.
Goomba might make the walk back. We'll see. Yep. So he is going to go get his bottle.
No, this makes no sense, right? How do you skip Hobo, but you're going to go to Dark Cross?
I mean, Dark Cross is a pretty quick check.
Not because he has to either death warp or save and quit to get back to Aga.
Yeah, but the ropes there, you could just die pretty quickly.
Compared to just swimming up to Hobo? I don't know.
I mean,
it feels inconsistent.
I would do Hobo. You're correct, especially where you start from. But that's Goomba.
It's not going to punish him.
Oh, it's not.
I'm curious if he'll actually go to Sickhood, though.
Oh, and you can't. He's got a fairy in the bottom.
He's a fairy.
All right,
Get
so
wrecked,
that's it
Goomba.
out.
Take that, buddy.
And Gem following suit. Again, Gem did make the Hobo check, so.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense too. It doesn't. I'm not saying it was wrong to go to Dark Cross. It just felt inconsistent with skipping Hobo.
Right. And just running into those ropes, getting ready to die. So the back has, I believe, one item. There's a key, the map, and one item there.
Yeah, we'll probably see that eventually, but it's going to be a while.
All right, so Goomba are first of our runners into Aga 1. And we did get that early bow. Again, you clear Eastern because you can. But the bow is probably for Desert Palace. I mean, for Desert, excuse me, for Pod.
Yeah, early bow means pod like 90% of the time.
Right. And it might even be higher
You
than
just
that.
do Eastern because it's a crystal.
Right.
Chloe taking that same death warp.
Did they go all the way to Zelda Cell yet? I don't believe so.
Yeah, that was the bow.
Oh, they did get their bow?
Oh, Chloe. Oh no, Chloe did not. Or no, wait, I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
Tracker
It does
just
say-
updated.
Yeah, you don't do it if you haven't done it. Yeah. You messed me up with the they. I thought you meant the runners collectively.
Oh, no. Sorry.
It's like Thoris is going to go up to Zora. Really doesn't want to do Aga.
So what are we going to find in Pod? Hook
It's a
shot?
glove. That's a glove.
You think it's just going to be a glove?
Oh yeah. Kuma getting all the things.
Goomba is just a couple rooms away from Aga. We should probably play a little guessing game, right?
That's right, guys. 1 to 22 locations. The big no way. That's the other one. Never mind. Okay. 1 to 15 blue balls, or 0 to 15 blue balls.
What are you going to guess, Koi?
Oh, it's 3. It's always 3.
I'm going to go 4.
You absolute madman. This guy. The whole Seahawks fan thing's really coming together.
That's right. All right. Aga 1 for Goomba. Gem just moments behind. There's our first blue ball. There's our second.
Things are looking good.
So after he shoots the lightning, it's guaranteed to be a regular red ball, right?
Right. Yeah, that's why the blue balls cap at 15. There's number 3.
I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Another blue ball right here.
Ah.
There we go. There's 4. I win.
Oh.
Price is Right rules.
It could go higher now, though. All right, whatever.
4 was the correct
Whatever.
call. Go Hawks.
I don't even watch football anymore, honestly. I haven't watched in a long time.
Oh man! All right,
Last
so
time
our
I watched
crystal
was
account.
like Jim Harbaugh era.
He's still coaching, just not the pros. All right, so we got pendants at Meyer and Pod.
Okay, so Pod being a pendant is kind of significant for Chloe. Because now it's possible he'll just like never go to finish Eastern, right?
And I was close. I wanted Turtle Rock, Meyer, and Swamp. I got Meyer and Turtle Rock. Not too bad.
So Goomba's not he doesn't want to take the pod bait with the bow. Instead, going all the way down to Hype Cave. This isn't a bad play. I just think it's way more likely to be pod.
Yeah.
Looks like Gem's gonna do the same thing.
I mean, pendant Pod always has progression, right?
Right, especially when you have bow and lamp and aga
And hammer. Yeah, it's fully clearable. Oh, there's our glove.
Get it built out though. Glove in Hype Cave.
But you know that second glove.
Yeah, it's just there's
pod,
something
right?
else in pod now, right?
Totally. All right, looks like we're having a little bit of trouble with Gem's stream. We'll switch the audio here for a second. And it looks like Gem is making the same play. Yep, he looks like he's back. He's in Hype Cave. Stumpany just giving us a 20 piece.
Yeah, Chloe, however, going all the way over to Pendant Pod instead. So we will get to see whatever this progression is that we think is there.
Oh, there's something in Pod.
Right, like it is a very, very, very likely situation that there's something here in Pod, but it's not definite.
Yeah. Goomba, 10 rupees short to do the digging game, is doing the arrow game here to pick up the cash that he needs. And if you played enough inverted, you had a lot of practice with that. Make
I have a guide for it too.
Real easy.
I don't have one for which is faster about saving and quitting or flipping over to Hobo, but I have one for the archery game.
Yeah. It's super easy once you know the spot. All right, so dig game. What are we going to dig up here?
Vanilla Pizarre, come on.
As Chloe makes the first check, this is probably going to be bow locked, would be my guess. Nope, not bow locked currently. Lots of digs. Looks like it was just a 20 rupees there. And Goomba going to make his way over to the Dark World from the Skullwoods Village of Outcast side, I imagine.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way. Another alternative would be like to go up and do the old man real quick, and then save and quit from there.
Yeah. Jim going to give us our first look at the back of Escape. There is one item left.
I like this play a lot. Like, there's nothing you can really do the back of Escape with anymore. Like, there's no
Right.
combo routing for that. So if you don't do it like right away, when do you do it?
And our first kid check. Just a piece of heart.
All right, Aga required is confirmed.
All right, back of Escape just had $50. And Chloe making the bow locked checks in Pod now. I think so far we just saw keys and map and a map. It's going to be gross if there is a progression item in Pod and it's on Helma.
Okay, so that was 2 small keys on the Bowlock side of Pod. This is a little significant because The bow was like our reason for coming over here, right? Like we
Right.
think that there's something locked behind this bow. Well, 2 keys on the bow lock side means that the Dark Maze and the Harmless Hellway are both locked by that bow. So if we find progression here, I think it's going to be in one of those locations.
All right, Goomba making a dip into Skullwoods, and actually, with that fire rod, Skullwoods is fully completable. So checking the big key chest first, and he gets a map.
Five keys in the front of pod. How gross.
Yeah.
You ever got a 6 key pod?
Not, I don't think so.
It's like a unicorn. It's so amazing when it happens. It is exceedingly rare, but it is possible for all 6 chests in the front of pod to be small keys.
All right, Jim choosing not to do Skullwoods, doing chess game there first and getting 20 rupees.
Yeah, it's a
So-
little because like you had to go down to Village of Outcasts a long way, but having already done the stuff south of Village of Outcasts, it makes a little more sense to work your way
Yeah.
up.
Man, I really want something to be in pod here.
Oh, it's gonna be. Just you wait.
So since our runners only need to get 6 crystals, I'm trying to figure out which crystal it is. Most of them skip. Like these sound Skullwoods for sure getting cleared. Most of our runners are going to do Eastern. You know, Chloe unfortunately didn't have the bow when they went into Eastern.
I mean, let's go swamp. Like they just need the boots. Well, they don't even need the boots, so they just need mitts.
Yeah, you can clear it without the boots. Yeah. Wow.
Oh my god, yeah, we're mitts from go mode. Okay, just noticed.
Well, no, they still need a way to get to Hera.
Oh right, I didn't think about that. Oh, Goomba having a little trouble here on Mothula. Ooh, and he doesn't have a fairy because he gave it up
fortunate.
earlier. So Chloe found nothing in pod. So
Yeah,
we suck at rando, Fear Agent. What happened?
yeah. Did they open all? Was it 5 items in pod?
I'm not sure. I think there was one more.
I feel like if you go to pod, don't leave an item on Helma.
Yeah, at this point in the game, I think he probably should have killed Helmasaur.
If there was an item, I wasn't counting. So. All right, so take 2 for Goomba here. Meanwhile, Jem's been clearing out Thieves Town, and I haven't seen anything yet. We should, I guess, shout out our trackers, because all of our runners are in different locations right now. Hard to keep track of everything that's going on. So big shout outs to our trackers, Math Girl 718 and Semperfi Dog.
Wait, is it that hard if nobody's finding progression though?
True.
Where are the mitts? Probably on Helmasaur.
Probably, right?
We get vindicated if they're on Helmasaur, right?
Oh, 100%.
Like we're the smart ones. Catfish would be a really gross location.
Oh, yeah, because you didn't have the glove to go over to Catfish originally, so. Oh, I'm
You might see if Jim finishes Thieves Town, finishes Skullwoods, he might walk over to Catfish. It's a long walk, but Catfish is super orphan too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't imagine seeing Goomba go in that direction.
Yeah, simply by virtue of like the direction he's routing, doing Skullwoods first.
All right, down goes blind for Jim, and he gets his tempered sword. Not a bad prize. Heart container for Goomba. Thoris picking up their gloves. And since Goomba's still looking for another item, that means the fire rod lock side didn't produce anything. So I think our last item is either going to be here or the big chest. And there's our mitts.
So we are
Mirror
hookshot or a mirror from Go
yeah,
mode.
away from Go mode, yeah. So what does mitts unlock for us right now? We can do Ice Palace. We've got the Smith Chain. It'd be really interesting if the old man had like the mirror or the hook shot just sitting up there the whole time.
Yeah, it'd be pretty gross. This does take Swamp off the table though. Like no one's gonna be doing Swamp.
Yeah. Yeah, Ice Palace is a quick kill, especially since everyone's going to get the tempered sword in Thieves Town.
So Desert was logically boots locked, to answer your chat real quick, but the big key was accessible without the boots. So they'll be able to sequence break the boots and get the crystal.
I mean, boots could be somewhere super gross. So this routing is actually going to work out a little bit better for Goomba than Jem, able to route in Village of Outcasts and then go south and do the Smith Chain.
Would you do the Smith Chain here? I mean, check Hammer Pegs for sure, but I don't know.
Hammer Pigs, and I might pick up. I mean, what else? I mean, you're going to run out of spots pretty soon.
I just go straight to Ice.
Yeah, I guess. That means you're full clear on Ice Palace. Where's Thoris off to? Is he going to go clear desert?
Sure, it looks that way. I cannot say I agree with this in any regards.
Yeah, this is. I don't know about this one. I mean, he's going to clear it, and it could be go modable as far as we know, but
yeah, like he can get the boss. It's just.
But he's orphaning.
He knows that it's
an item.
He knows it.
Yeah. So Chloe going to pick up their mitts here, as Jim has theirs in hand. Moth fight will be a little bit easier with that tempered sword than Goomba's, so we'll pick up a little bit of time from Goomba there. So what checks do we have now? We've got Ice Palace, we've got Smith Chain, which you're right. I mean, nobody wants to do Smith Chain without a mirror or a way to do it quickly. I mean, I don't even want to do it when I have those items.
Right. And then we also have Catfish and the Old Man, Spectral Rock Cave, and Spike Cave is in logic.
Ooh, Chloe taking a dark roll overroll death there. That's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
Why did Chloe not finish Skull Woods?
I don't know. I mean, he got the mitts. I guess he was just gonna go check this real quick before going back in, maybe.
All right, down goes Moth for Gem. as we see Thoris make his way to Land Mollis.
I mean, it might just be like execution thing, right? Like Mothula is not the nicest boss. Even with the Master Sword, we saw Goomba like run into a lot of problems on the fight.
Practice your moth fights, everyone.
And Goomba's like one of our stronger runners, like in the whole community.
Yeah, I was a little surprised to see him take a death there. And so both items in desert are boots locked.
Quite frustrating.
So if let's say the hook shot is over there or the mirror, and we need those to either complete swamp or we do need one of those, you know, it's gonna be another trip for Thoris to make. It's probably gonna be the last thing that they do.
Jim's making his way into Ice Palace though.
Yeah, this makes sense. Clear out the dungeons that you can clear out. You only need to beat 6, and you're 1 item away from go. You'll also be able to get information as far as like if hookshot is in here, if this place is hookshot locked or not. Now, don't ask me if it is or not, because I'm terrible at Ice Palace logic, but good runners can figure it out.
Also me. For the most part.
Good runners and koi, yeah.
That's right. Oh, Thoris wanted to do Pyramid Fairy. That's why he went to Desert. Okay.
I mean, sure.
It's
yes,
it's
it's
still
2
weird
items, but it's
still
you've
locked
got
behind the
Thieves
tree.
Town. Yeah, you've got Thieves Town and you've got Skullwoods, both clearable, and they're both crystals. It's just, and Village of Outcasts. I mean, there's lots of checks to make over 2. All right, Goomba give us our first look at Hammer Pigs.
But did Gem not do this?
No, because remember he did Village of Outcasts first.
Right.
Nothing there though, and Pyramid Fairy not paying out either. So Thoris making the gambles and unfortunately just not paying off for him.
Goomba, where are you going? Where are you going, Goomba?
Desert?
I guess. Neither Goomba or Gem has the information that Desert is boots locked.
Yeah. I mean, Goomba will be able to clear it, and he will do that. Unfortunately, it's going to be, leaving 2 items behind. And if our items are needed or are there, then it's going to be like the last thing Goomba does.
Yeah, I gotta think he just really doesn't want to full clear Ice Palace. You see this a lot with Ice and Swamp as well. Players, like, even if you have like full access to it, you just don't go there because you don't want to full clear it. It sucks. Yep. It's hard to make yourself forget about how nice it is when you get to go mow those dungeons. But you don't always get to.
Alright, so the first chest in Ice Palace wasn't key. Didn't see the Friezo room though.
He hasn't done it yet.
No, I don't think so.
No,
so,
he went up. He went north at the crossroad.
Yeah. Okay. So he just jumped his way over. So there could be a key in the Friezo room, which would put this stuff in, or means you wouldn't need the hookshot for them. But
it mostly depends on like where the big key is, because the big key gives you access to like 2 extra key doors, which would increase the speed and logic.
Right, but that Friezo chest is going to give us a lot of information.
Okay, so not hookshot lock.
I don't think we've seen any items, unless the first item.
It was 50
rupees.
rupees.
Oh, okay. So 2 more items here in Ice Palace. And apparently our runners found half magic somewhere.
I don't know. I don't remember
I
that
do
at
not
all.
remember seeing that at all.
Probably in Thieves Town.
Okay. We find our second item. It is the mushroom. All right.
Little gross.
Trackers helping us out. Half magic was in the first 4 chests of Thieves Town. Chloe getting off script with blind there. It's got to be careful. Down to 2 hearts. Down to 1. Was able to survive.
Woo.
That was close. I do think it's interesting that everyone's putting off the old man. I mean, there's no reason to really want to make those checks right now, but
Yeah, I think like walking up to Spectacle Rock Cave is a pretty significant gamble. Like if Mirror ends up being your access to the mountain, but just doing the old man alone is a very time neutral check. You only get punished if you find the flute.
All right, so our last item, I believe, is on Cold Stare.
Yes.
Goomba picking up their 4th crystal. Again, isolating those items in desert, unfortunately. Or maybe, fortunately, we'll see. And Thoris taking on Mata. Does have to be careful down to 2.5 hearts.
Yeah, Moth being a bully today. Nice job, though. I guess we're just never going to find out what Cold Stare dropped.
I know. Rip.
He's probably killed the boss by now.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately.
For sure. Yeah.
Alright, Chloe's headed eyes, though. We'll see it eventually.
Yeah, I'm surprised Goomba's not making their way over to Ice Palace, but it looks like he is going to be heading up to the mountain. So we'll get our first look at what the old man and inside of Spectral Rock has. And this could be huge.
Yeah, given with how he's not gone to Ice Palace yet, I think his goal is to do Ice Palace last. Like,
Yeah.
Just
He's hoping to
not
go
wanna do
mode.
that. So we might
Yeah.
see like Catfish and Pyramid Fairy as well.
Jim did pick up the mushroom, so that could have something. All right, old man, we rescue you and you give us a heart container.
Nothing.
Wah, wah, wah.
No, he's saving bits though. So just going for the time neutral play.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I'd rather just check it while I'm there. But again, Goomba is one of the best runners, if not the best in all of Randoland.
He's got like game sense, that X factor. He makes the right gambles because he just instinctively knows which ones are the good ones. You can see the matrix.
All right, so with Chloe and Goomba there, we will find out what is on Cold Stare eventually, but I imagine both of our runners are going to full clear it.
Well, I mean, there was nothing on the right side, so Goomba's probably gonna skip it, right?
That's true.
Somehow he just knows. Nah, he'll full clear for sure.
Thor is going to be picking up their Titans mints, and then we'll be heading down to Village of Outcasts after that. And we'll eventually get their Tempered Sword. So what's it going to be? Is it going to be the hook shot? Is it going to be the mirror? Is it going to be something to lead into one of those two?
Could even be like the boots. going to desert.
Yeah, it's true. Chloe setting up the bomb jump and decides, nah, I don't want to do it. Let's just drop down. Might just go right to cold stare from here.
It's tempting, and Chloe's gonna be tempted by it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's actually the correct decision. It's gonna work out really well for him there.
I mean, I don't know if it's the right decision, but
I mean, it's the correct decision in this situation. Like it's gonna
work out because there's
Right,
nothing
but
there.
100%. Yeah, it's like generally no. You want to check the other items first. We are gonna find out what Cold Star has for us.
Well, unless Cold Stare beats Chloe up.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah,
even
missed
on
the
Blue Metal, these
spin. That was
guys, they hurt.
unfortunate. Yeah. All right, just one puff to go.
Ugh.
That was close, and it is the fire.
Fire ship.
All right, so catfish. We've got
Catfish,
it's
mushrooms, Smith sequence,
Spectacle Rock. Yeah.
and Spike Cave.
And Goomba actually making the same call, going right to
That's so crazy.
Ice Palace. All right, Cold Stare there.
I mean, I guess their thought is like, yeah, but it's probably like just hookshot locked anyway, right? You know.
Well, it's one item, right? Like you've got the first item in the first chest. You got the mushroom in Freezor room.
Yeah.
It's not that crazy, I don't think.
I mean, like, I could see this a lot more if they found like the flute, you know, something that unlocks
Sure.
like several item locations. But like the mushroom just is one, and they're not even gonna go do it right away.
Goomba might. And
Yeah,
Goomba's
maybe.
already been to the desert and up to Old Mountain, so he's got to choose between like catfish and mushroom.
Pyramid Fairy. Looks like
Yeah,
he's doing Pyramid Fairy.
then it's gonna do Pyramid Fairy and roll rod and catfish with that as well, or just make a
not. Okay.
why out of us.
I don't understand you, Goomba. You make no sense to me.
All right, so he is gonna go check catfish here, or pod. I mean, there still could be an item on Helmasaur. I don't think we counted the items. I'm not sure.
He menued to the hammer, but he doesn't use the hammer in any of these directions he's going. So I think maybe he just menued to the hammer like he was gonna do Pyramid Fairy and then changed his mind.
Yeah, it looks like it. All right, so he's gonna go over to pod, and I imagine if there was an item on Helmasaur, he's gonna go for it. Chloe gonna
Well,
go
yeah,
look
because
inside
if Helmasaur has progression, Goomba's obviously going to kill it. If he
Yeah.
doesn't, then Goomba's going to skip it. Because he
Right,
knows.
Yeah, because inside Spectral Rock, just 10 arrows.
Spike Cave's looking pretty delicious, though.
Can you make it with 3 hearts and half magic?
Yeah, you can do it with 3 hearts and no extra magic with the Cane of Myrna.
Okay.
It's really tight, though.
Surprised he didn't like look for a fairy there really quick, but I think he's got it.
Oh my god. Nothing in Spike Cave.
All right, so we're down to Smith Chain,
Mushroom Cat.
possibly Helmasaur. Yeah. All right, looks like we've got Gem is back, and he's got the mirror.
And
that he
Gem's in
found
Gobo!
somewhere. Where did Gem find that mirror?
If he menus, we might be able to tell. Like with the mushrooms missing. Or if he has a pendant.
But Gem is in go mode. Give us that mirror, Gem.
Yeah, unfortunately, he has like no reason to menu at all for this entire dungeon. Yeah, it's gonna be a while before we find out, I think. Because Goomba's gonna full clear this entire dungeon before he ever kills Helmosaur. Doris and Chloe are both doing things you've already seen. Why go mode? Because we are playing with a 6 crystal goal instead of a 7 crystal goal. So Gem will be able to skip doing Swamp Palace, and he has all the items needed to do the other 6.
Okay, I got confirmation. Mushroom is our mirror.
Okay. So Ice Palace was the play. Gem's still doing checks. Nope, he realized. That's right. Oh, he must have already done desert. Okay. He was just getting the warp to the pyramid.
Making it super fast.
Nice bat dodging there. That's pretty slick.
No silvers in hand, but not a problem. Tempered sword. Just need 12 spins on the final phase. Half magic. This will be quick for Gem. Already on to phase 4. And setting up triples.
Yeah, half magic is really just gravy. Even without half magic, like you have tons of room to do this with the torch glitch. I can't believe Pod was just like bait this seed.
Completely empty.
It's
Yeah.
so disappointing.
And book was literally just needed for desert. I wonder where those boots were. All right, get your GGs for Gem as he gets ready to cross the bridge. Made short order of Ganon. And Gem is finished in first place on the restream with a time of 58 minutes and 6 seconds. That's good enough for first place overall in the race.
GG.
See if we can get Gem in here to talk a little bit about that.
I like this settings. The fast cannon.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is.
I think maybe if it was like a lower crystals for GT, like maybe like 3
Right.
crystals or 4 crystals.
Right, where it makes GT a factor. Yeah. So Goomba is making his way back to Helmosaur now.
Yeah, unfortunately. Chloe did get that mirror though from the mushroom, so that is his go mode.
Nice.
Unfortunately, he'll have to go back to Eastern. I was just gonna do Hera Pot. I like it.
Lovely. This is a little bit of a different setup than I've seen.
Oh, this is the one I did in the video. He was practicing doing it without menu buffering though, which is kind of hard to do with like how far you have to walk.
Oh, is that? It's because he doesn't have the boots, right?
Yeah, so he places the bomb while facing to the right, and then just continues walking right.
Yeah, if you can get it quickly though, then you're just losing time.
Yeah, especially with like the tempered sword. Actually, you know what? It actually probably says. I think you have a lot more leeway if you're only doing the boss. Because you get to skip like this entire floor that he's on right now.
And we are joined by our first place finisher, Jem. How you doing?
Yo, hi.
What happened to your internet, dude?
Dude, I don't know. It wasn't even my internet. Like, I could still see chat and stuff, but my
You
OBS
left
died
us-
for some reason.
You left us hanging. You were dropping down to cold stare. It's like, what's he gonna have? It's a third item. It's like you just like froze up on us.
Oh, it died there? Okay, that's really good because my code stuff fight was awful.
Yeah, and then when your stream came back, you were mirroring up to Hera. It's like, okay, well, we don't know where the mirror is. Nobody else has found it.
So
yeah, I'm sorry.
it happens. Let me ask you this: what drew you away from Pod, the seed?
Well, having access to crystal dungeons, basically.
With the hammer.
Oh, you mean before? Well, I mean, I would obviously go to Hype Cave first.
Is that something you feel like you'd always do if Pod is a pendant? Is check Hype Cave before going into Pod?
Yeah, but well, this time I didn't even like check my map because I kind of forgot. But I couldn't even get into Pod because I didn't have money. So I didn't really have an option.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that kind of simplifies things.
Yeah, I guess if I had money, I would have checked the map and then would have gone to Hype Cave first anyway. Or if it were a crystal, I would have just cleared it.
Yeah, we were pretty sure that Pod was going to have something with it, bow being where it was, but we were wrong.
Yeah,
So,
I mean the bow was actually behind the gloves in Hype Cave, so because the small key was in the back of Escape.
that's true. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
even
we didn't-
think of that. Okay,
It's
that makes.
such a weird logic, though, right? Like you can get down to Zelda Cell
I didn't
regardless,
even consider
but
that.
Yeah,
but because you don't have the key or the lamp or whatever, like it does lock that all. So it's unfortunate. So how do you feel about do you find 6-6 fast Ganon a fun mode to race?
well, I mean this seed was cool, but well, I'd have to play more to see if it's really good. I think it would be really cool without fast Ganon.
Yes. Yeah, I totally agree.
But I don't know. The seed wasn't so bad either.
Yeah, I feel like making it 6-6 fast Ganon, it's just saying, hey, we're only gonna do GT like 1 in every 20 seeds or something, right? And so like this huge part of the game that like everybody spends so much time practicing and getting really good at is just completely written off.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of fast Ganon in general, unless it's super quick. I kind of like super quick, even though it's like the memeiest of meme modes. But that one is kind of fun.
I know you were kind of on the fence about the upcoming tournament with the settings that were announced. I'm not sure. Did you see the announcement about the changes?
Wait, did they already make an announcement about what they're gonna change?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's back to 7-7 defeat Ganon.
Oh yeah. Oh, thanks for telling me that because they didn't ping people.
Yeah, there's no ping. I didn't know either.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay.
So they're back to 7-7 defeat Ganon for the qualifiers. Hints off, of course, open mode. And they did remove boss shuffle from being toggleable as well. So kind of what the community was hoping for.
Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, I'm probably gonna join this now. I wouldn't have with the other settings, but these settings look cool.
Yeah, they're still waiting to figure out, I believe, all of the settings for group stages and things, but qualifiers are back to being just regular open mode.
Okay, well, I mean, there's no hurt in raising the qualifiers, and if they do something stupid with the main tourney, then I can still just drop.
You know,
I think
them changing it back is really indicative of our age group, I think. I don't like change.
No, that's not true. You just don't like bad change.
Yeah, I think that's true. Like, you know, the admins are doing what they think is best, and you know, I think they realized, obviously, by making the change that these the modes that they proposed were not the best to race and get you know, like real results from and find the best runners. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they're making these changes.
I liked the 6-4 fast Ganon. I thought that was interesting. I didn't think that was gonna like skew results or anything, but I felt like the best runners were still gonna win. You know, boss shuffle though. Ugh.
Yeah, that one was pretty awful as well.
you mean you don't like going to the back of a dungeon like Meyer and finding out you can't beat it?
I ban people who give me boss shuffle seats.
Not in the tourney race.
Yeah.
I mean, if you play like, I don't know, some weird entrance chaos
Sure.
randomizer thing, that's like what you sign up for, right? There it's fine.
Yeah, it's like themed to be bad.
Right.
Yeah, but not in a tourney setting. That's just really stupid, I think.
But we can rejoice as the tournament should be pretty standard for an open.
Yeah, if only it were standard.
All right, so
Maybe
Goomba
casual.
getting his 6th crystal will be making his way to Ganon immediately using the fast save and quit, since they did do Aga there. You know, they switched it. They announced it and they switched it pretty quickly. They realized, you know, it didn't go over well. So, props to them. Overall, though, enjoyed the Seed Gem.
Yeah, I mean, this was fun. It was, well, very linear. So it was just do your things and
Yeah, go to
don't get
Aga.
baited by pendants. Well, the single pendant you could access anyway.
That's right.
Yeah, the only bad thing Seed has was you had to go to DP without boots. Just to check if you need boots or not. Luckily they weren't required, but it felt really bad going there.
Yeah, we got to miss all that. I assume like you just immediately turned in the mushroom and then went straight to desert.
Well, no, I first save and quit to Sanctuary to go up the mountain, and then I said to myself, oh no, I gotta check. And then I went save and quit again to Exhaust to go to desert, and then, yeah. The rest
So you went to
was just
desert before the mushroom?
No, after the mushroom, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Like I first thought I would go up that mountain and like
okay.
just check everything up there if I find boots or not.
You got the mirror, thought about going to the mountain, and then went to desert.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Chloe picking up their 6th crystal will be heading to Ganon right now. Saved and quit in the light world. Not much you can do about that. And the 12th spin takes down Ganon for Goomba. Get your GGs in chat as he gets ready to cross the bridge there. As Chloe drops down. And Goomba finishes second on the restream, 3rd overall with a time of 109.11. Illis finished in 2nd place with a time of 1 hour and 8 minutes exactly. So GG's to him as well. And Chloe setting to finish up here real soon. So, Jim, 10 minutes between your finish and second place. That's gotta feel pretty.
Hey, that's how long it takes to full clear pot. GG Goomba, welcome to the voice chat.
So imagine getting your mushroom from Ice Palace and then doing pod first.
Right.
Man,
Imagine
you
doing
got time
that.
with mushroom, dude.
Apparently.
Overall, what do you think of the seed, though, other than your pod dip?
It's pretty alright.
I mean, isn't that the definition of most seeds? Pretty all right.
I mean, I didn't get any boots. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
seed clearly wanted me to have boots, but I never got them. How lame is that? I don't know. I definitely
like-
should have turned in the mushroom before going to pod. But... Meh.
You did make some nice skips, skipping out on Spec Rocks, skipping out on Hobo,
Ice Palace.
and then Ice Palace, going right to Gold Stare. That worked out for you.
I'm... See, I went into Ice Palace, I was like, okay, I'll check some stuff along the way. Then I completely forgot to check the first chest. I was like, well, I hope that's not it.
Oh, did you not? It was like 50 rupees or something.
Like, I was gonna check it, but then I just completely autopiloted past that room. But at least I got the mushroom, which was the important thing, I guess.
And down goes Ganon for Chloe Power. Get your GGs and chance. Gets ready to cross the bridge and finishes in fourth place with the time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, 26 seconds. So GGs to them. We mentioned this to Jim. Goomba, did you see the announcement in the tournament channel?
I heard there was one, but I didn't actually look at it.
Okay, so they switched. It's back to 7-7 for the qualifiers.
Thank God.
Defeat Ganon. Feeling good about it now?
Thank God.
You didn't like the 6-4 fast Ganon either?
I mean, this was alright, but it's not something I'd want to race in a tournament.
I thought it was like an interesting thing to do.
Yeah. I like the idea. This one was kind of silly, though, because I feel like all the items for the other dungeons were just locked behind the mirror anyway, so, like, you just got to cut the chain short instead of really having options on what dungeons to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I guess if you want options, then you're better off playing, like, 4 or 5 crystals, I guess.
I mean, I guess we also got kind of lucky with the pendants.
Yeah.
Like, just TT or Scout would need to be a pendant, and then it would have been more interesting in that respect, I think.
Yeah. I mean, imagine if Pod had been a crystal instead of Swamp, right? Suddenly that seed would have been like the freest thing ever.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
We're also joined by Chloe Power. GGs.
Hello, GG's.
GG.
How do you feel about that seed?
I mean, not bad. Mushroom to mirror was weird, but unless we got the hook shot, it didn't, like, you would eventually got to it. I didn't have much left when I don't know. I wasn't even sure where hook shot was. I didn't
Yeah, we don't know.
skip.
I'm
But,
assuming
so-
Hookshot's just an A-Step mountain behind the mirror.
I mean, I imagine, yeah, at this point. But it's like, mirror has to be go mode for everyone. There's just
Yeah.
no option to do Swamp Palace, and, like, I don't know, the seed wasn't bad. Just kind of held you by the hand.
Yeah, I think the difference between like you and Goomba is you went to Eastern without the bow, so you had a double Eastern.
Yeah, I did Eastern because I assumed it was an Aga seed, so I wanted to do Castle Tower and Aga all at once. And I did, but I found the bow, which meant another hike over to Eastern.
Feels bad.
Plus,
now.
you could have completely avoided pod, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pablo's garbage.
Yeah, that's why Gem won by like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it
I
was
mean-
such a. It was such an attractive dive because you had that or High Cave, and the gloves could have been in either spot.
I mean, it's Hype Cave though. Gotta check Hype Cave.
I mean, I just went down south, but then I did Ice Palace and decided, hey, let's not turn on this mushroom. Let's go to Palace of Darkness instead. That sounds fun.
Oh, okay, so
I'm
you did
smart.
it late. I did it.
Yeah,
I did the first thing after Aga.
yeah, I did it much later. Then, like, as I opened the big chest, Gem finished, and I'm like, you know, it's probably not Helmasaur King, but let's do it anyway. Why not?
Yeah, I got the mirror. I think at the exact same time Gem finished too. So it's like, that feels terrible. It's like I know exactly what they did, and I just
Also, special shoutouts to my Crystal fanfares being 3 seconds. Think the MSU packs might be a little bugged. I should probably stop using this one.
were they really? I thought they fixed that for race ones.
Apparently not.
So
Because
you
my
were
Crystal
just.
fanfares were definitely like 3 seconds, and I feel kind of bad about it.
Oh, I thought you said 30 seconds. I'm like, holy.
Maybe V31 broke it or something.
Maybe, I don't know.
Well, there was a chat about it in the MSU part of the Discord that was saying that the fanfares were based on the song time and not actually the amount of time you're standing there with the crystal. So it does some weird stuff.
Yeah, but Race Drums is supposed to make it uniform, so it's always 10 seconds.
Right, exactly. It's
But
supposed to
I
just be
guess it's
the.
broken.
I don't know. They did some messing around with the music or something in V31. Like you really notice it when you save and quit, for instance.
Yeah.
I think they're working on an update for that one for sure, and I'm guessing the Crystal Fanfare is on the to-do list as well.
Well, they did do a
Probably.
complete overhaul of the program for it, and it allows it to split tracks. Like you can now do individual dungeons and bosses of their own tracks now, instead of all being part of the same song like it
Yeah.
is in vanilla.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how that affects the actual code itself.
Yeah, I have no idea.
We're still waiting on Thor. Source is doing everything but turning the mushroom at this point.
Did they finish ice at least?
Yeah, they've got the mushroom. They cleared out ice. Not sure. They turned in purple chest. Finished the smith chain. So I'm not sure where they're going from that. from
Yeah.
there.
I think he's walking up to Catfish.
I could have done the smith chain too. I forgot about that. Or I didn't forget. I'm like, I'm just not gonna do this season.
Yeah, I didn't do Spiff Chain, I didn't do Catfish. That might actually be it.
No, you didn't do
Half of Ice Palace.
You didn't do half of ice.
Yeah.
You didn't do hobo.
I
No, I did Hobo.
Oh, you did. Missed that.
Yeah, I checked Hobo on my way to Eastern at the beginning.
I got the first 2 items in Ice Palace, and then I just said, let's just. The third item was on Gold Star, so I'm like, oh wow.
I mean, I went into Ice Palace with the intent of basically just go modding it and getting a few chests along the way, because I figured I need the hookshot or the mirror, and most of Ice Palace probably can't even be the hookshot, so...
Yeah, because we didn't find Kane either.
mm,
Jeez, filthy skippers. Could have been the boots,
No.
man. Unless you already did DP at that point.
I already
don't
did
know.
Desert, yeah.
Oh, okay.
DP is technically boots locked,
It's true.
so
Well, I don't know about that. I just got my Vicky and went to Landmouse.
yeah, I mean the smoky was on the torch, so logically boots required.
Yeah, I was in a position where I needed hookshot or mirror and maybe the boot, so I just bit the bullet and walked over to the Desert Palace.
Catfish just shot a fireball at Thoris. Is that what happens if you do Catfish twice?
I think so.
Yes.
But I thought it throws a bomb, actually. I don't know.
I can't say I've ever done Catfish twice, so...
Yeah. Same here. That's a new one for me.
I do remember him throwing a bomb for some reason.
Yeah, I also remember a bomb.
Well, any last thoughts from our runners? Don't want to keep you guys here unless you want to hang out. Any last thoughts about the seed, 6-6 Fast Ganon, or the tournament in general?
Please do 6-6 defeat Ganon next time. I'd like to try that.
I actually like the 6-6.
Can you
It was
wait a few weeks before you do that? I'd like to get better at hovering first, but otherwise, agreed.
I think the 6-6 with Fast Ganon works. I like it as a more like a fast play mode, not like something that I would do a tournament of. But it's actually interesting.
The mode.
I like the okay, pick which one you don't want to do, and then go do Ganon.
Yeah, it's definitely like fun. Like it's a fun way to kill some time. I don't think it's not something I would want to race competitively, but it's fun. I enjoyed it. And I'll probably do the one tonight as well, because I'm a degenerate who never sleeps.
Hey man.
What is tonight? Just a normal seat.
It's the same settings. I think it's a standard instead of an open, but it's another 6-6 Fast Ganon, I think.
I like the compass map yesterday too.
Oh no, it says open 7-7 to beat Ganon.
Oh, did they change it? I don't know. Whatever. In any case, I'll probably do whatever that is.
Alright, thanks for having me, everyone. I'll talk to you later.
Yep,
Bye.
same.
Yeah,
Thanks
same.
for the race stream, even though I didn't really ask for it.
Yeah, we just needed to find someone. We had palette shuffle issue, so
Yeah.
we knew that
Well,
you wouldn't mind being on the restream. So
we had to get our third interview within a week
that's right.
together.
Yep. Apparently.
Next time we'll just have you two calm as you guys race.
What? That doesn't make a lot of sense. But alright, yeah, I'm getting out of here. So thanks again, guys. GG's.
GG's.
Jeez.
All right, so Thoris was able to figure out that he needed to turn that mushroom in, and he is on track.
Yeah, I
to
don't know
take
what happened
down
with
Helminer.
Catfish. Like, Catfish did not throw an item. He shot a fireball at Thoris. I can only
Yeah,
think that's because he checked it twice or something.
It's like, get out of here! You've already been here.
I remember he did stop at the Dark World potion shop there, as if he was going to like mirror and turn in the mushroom, but then realized he didn't have the mirror.
All right, making short order of Moldorm with that tempered sword, and will be making his way to Ganon here shortly. I mean, the seed was kind in that you couldn't go check a bunch of checks and no, I mean, we didn't see Paradox Cave or Dark Death Mountain or any of that stuff.
Yeah, the only like real beta seed was Palace of Darkness, which, you know, Goomba did and still got like third place.
All right.
So I assume like most people ended up doing pod.
So Thoris, not saving and quitting from the portal, instead gonna walk over and walk up to the portal from here.
Yeah, slower, but he does get the 3 hearts out of Link's house, I guess. At least everybody has
And-
the same Ganon fight.
Yeah.
It always feels really bad, like when you lose by like 30 seconds, and it turns out that the guy who beat you he checked like one single location that you didn't that had the silvers.
Yeah. All right, not able to get the 1-in-1 cycle, but it's on to phase 2 now. Just have to be careful not to hug Ganon too much. Pulls out the cape. This is the 1 cycle on phase 2 as well, but should be able to get the 12 slashes here. Goes a little extreme.
Just spam that B button.
That's right. All right, on to phase 3. I don't recall, but I think phase 3 is pretty short.
Oh,
misses
no.
the slash and takes an unfortunate death there. Wow, that's too bad there.
See, if he had saved and quit after entering the portal, right, he wouldn't have had those 3 extra hearts, and he would have drank the potion
Yeah.
earlier.
What's unfortunate is when you have the potion, right? Like you should just
Right.
just down it. No sense in holding it there.
Stuff like that is like usually like the biggest percentage of my time losses in most seeds. Just thinking that I'm better than I am, you know? Like, oh, there's no way I'm gonna die here. I'm not drinking up the potion.
Yeah. All right, able to get quicker phase 1 and 2 there. On to phase 3, make sure not to miss any of the slashes here. Pulls out his lamp. Gets the torch glitch. And is 12 spins away from finishing this seed. Surprised he didn't just drink the potion there because he knows he's going to have to drink it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like, unless you're doing triples, you can probably just finish this with the lamp. Silverless triples is like one of my favorite things about this game.
Yeah.
Because being able to do silverless versus not being able to do silverless is huge, right? Like, if he couldn't do silverless at all, like, he wouldn't even be in go mode right now.
Right. Yeah.
But being able to do triples versus being able to do silverless is not huge, but it's still significant.
Sure.
So like when you're like learning the game, like, you don't have to start with triples. Like, you can just learn silverless and then later add triples to your repertoire. Instead of not needing the potion.
Yeah. Get your GGs in chat as Thoris finishes in 11th place. Time of 1:28.31. A couple more finishes. We had Mr. Scruff Tuna finish in 10th. Josh 124 finish in 9th. Plasma Kappa Send Help finish in 8th. Dracaris finished in 7th. Shady Force in 6th. Superman Taylor in 5th. And that catches us up. And we'll see if we can get a quick interview with Thoris here. What did you think of that seed, Corey?
Boring, honestly. Like,
How straightforward it was?
This seed was just not very exciting. It was, I mean, it was exciting when Gem's screen froze and we were all in the dark the whole time. We didn't even know like if he was killing Ganon or if he was like full clearing Turtle Rock or something. You know.
We are joined now by our fourth place finisher, Thoris. How you doing, buddy?
GG.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think of that seed? And did you did you go to Catfish twice?
I did. I'm dumb. I forgot I'd been up there.
Yeah, we saw him shoot a fireball at you, but I can't say I've ever seen him do that before. Everybody was saying that he throws a bomb when you do it twice. Maybe it like changes.
So how are you feeling after that? Give us some of your thoughts on the seed in general, or thoughts on 6-6 fast Ganon.
I think getting book early and Dam was a bit of pain going against it really early. And then when I tried to do Catfish, I went under gloves and then tried to do paw and money. So I came out and went to Cat to get money, and then on the way back, I was like, just hammered the bridge.
I think we're having a little bit of a technical issue with your mic.
Yeah, I think your route through the seed, Thoris, it just was lots of like really unfortunate things that happened. You know, like little gambles not paying off, like just little like brain flubs, you know, like doing Catfish twice and all. But at the end of the day, like, you know, there wasn't that many extra things that you even had access to, so like everybody was going to finish it fairly quickly.
Yeah, I did sort of rule out a lot of locations as to where the mirror or the hook shot could have been. I just didn't think of, you should hand in the mushroom.
Yeah.
I was like, ow, that was a killer.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Let me ask you this. What made you go immediately to the dam after starting? That's a kind of an unusual routing decision.
It's something new I've been trying out. Trying to get away from the whole standard check Link's house, go to Uncle, check Sanctuary, and then just do the cat route. So just trying to mix it up and see if it works out better sometimes or not.
Yeah, I like honestly I don't really see anything wrong with like doing a Gina really early or something, or like doing mini Moldorm before Kakariko. The weird part of you making that play though was that you went down to the dam with no bombs. So like if you didn't find those 3 bombs right outside, you were just gonna have to save and quit from that point.
Yeah, it's the risk that comes with doing that play. Is like sometimes you go down there, you got a weapon, so it's like, all right, good, now I can clear out the front of the skate while I'm doing it. And other times you go down there, it's like, all right, here's 6 bombs. I was like, okay, I'll go do mini Moldorm. Or sometimes you only get 1 bomb, and I was like, okay, I'll do the Gina. But sometimes it's just it's a gamble, and sometimes it pays off, and sometimes it doesn't.
Sure.
All right, well, I think we're going to wrap it up. Any last thoughts, Thoris?
Yeah, I'm dumb.
It's okay.
A lot of runners put off that mushroom, so don't feel too dumb.
They're fine without hurting the mushroom.
All right, so that's going to do it for us here at Speed Gaming. Koi, it's been a pleasure doing comms with you again, buddy. Stay tuned for more stuff coming up. We got another rando race coming up at 9 p.m. and then we'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. And you never know what you're gonna. It's life is like a box of chocolates. Rando is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get with the version 31 settings. So keep an eye on the calendar.
Is it miscellaneous?
Yeah. So you never know. Never know what you're gonna get with the version 31 settings. Or we're doing. Right now, version 31 is so new that we're just testing stuff out and just throwing everything against the wall and seeing what sticks. And eventually, it'll go back to 7.7 defeat Ganon because that's what races the best. But it is fun to mix it up. So enjoy these early version 31 settings as we get familiar with them. And that's going to do it for me. Coy, I'll leave you with the last words. Everyone have a good day.
Rando is the greatest game of all the games, and everybody should play it, watch it, live it, love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you later.